Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. Once again, we're welcoming you to SocialFlow's international headquarters here in New York City. I'm Mark White, I'm here with CEO Jim Anderson, and once again we're talking about social media, in particular Facebook. The news that came out actually yesterday, that the Wall Street Journal broke that Facebook is paying media companies to use its Facebook Live app and to obviously to do content that shows. It's something that Jim and I have been talking about for the past week or two. We knew about it. I have friends that are receiving money, not individually, but for the companies, and they've been staffing up and hiring for this endeavor. I wasn't able to get the precise figures they're getting from Facebook, but thanks to the Wall Street Journal, I think we have a little bit of a clearer view. So, Jim, there are obviously pros and cons with this new endeavor, I suppose. What are they?
Yeah, so let's first look at what the Wall Street Journal reported. So they said there's about 140 media companies and some celebrities that have starting to receive money from Facebook under this program. This is the list that they published. Again, this is all Wall Street Journal data. And so we start to see that somewhere between 3.1 and down to $200,000, 3.1 million down to 200,000. So I think, as Mark said, this is the first visibility we have into what the magnitude of these numbers are. And to your question, the good news, bad news. The good news is I think it's fantastic that media companies and others are receiving $50 million in combined payments. We are firm believers that media companies who produce content need to receive fair value for that, and so we think it's fantastic that they're starting to receive money from that. So that's the good news. On the maybe less good news or the concern side is that just an incentive payment to get the program going? Is that going to be an ongoing program, and how do media companies sort of sustainably do that in the long run?
Yeah, and I don't have this confirmed absolutely, but my sense from talking to a couple of friends that run big media enterprises is that the money would be just for a year. No one really knows what will happen after that year, but it reminds me of what happened with the YouTube project, where I was at Reuters and they got X amount of money for a year. Once that year was over, the program was dissolved. So,
sure, yeah.
So in that case, what happens then?
Well, I think the more foundational question here is exactly the advertiser relationship. Right now, under this program, what you've got is the media companies receiving money from the social networks, Facebook in this particular case, and then the advertisers are paying the social network. And by the way, this is exactly the way Snapchat works too. This is not just a Facebook issue. So Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, any of the big social networks that are trying to get video content on their platforms are dealing with this type of issue. And again, it's great that the media companies are able to receive the money. But the strategic question for the media company is, do you want to be paid by the social network, or do you want to preserve your relationship with the advertiser? And so in our view, this is the real foundational issue here, is how does the media company put their content on to the social network, which clearly has huge audience, and that's where the people are. And so you obviously want to get your content where the people are, but you want to preserve your relationship and your ability to sell your content, your sort of access to the audience, to the advertiser directly. And without a doubt, the social networks, Facebook in this case, or Snapchat, they have a great relationship with the consumer, so they're going to have their own advertiser relationship. So that's what we're really talking about is how does this dynamic work, and is it more the former where your advertiser relationship goes through the social network, or the latter where you preserve it?
So if you're a BuzzFeed, you're excited to get this money, you've hired a bunch of producers, you're putting out content, or CNN or whoever, but you really don't know what the future holds. You don't know. So I'm BuzzFeed. I don't know what's happening here. At least I know what's happening for a year, but
right.
And that's what you.
Well, and for a year, what's happening is the former, right? You're getting the money from the social network, and that's great while it happens. But on an ongoing basis, really the problem we're focused on solving for our customers is how do they work with their advertisers, extend that advertiser relationship onto the social network in a way that works for the social network and is compliant with their policies as well.
And that's where we can help.
That's exactly what we do. And so monetizing video on social networks, that's what we're focused on.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. If you have any comments about the new Facebook Live and the fact they're paying media companies to do daily shows and weekly shows, please let us know. And of course, we'll answer questions as they come in. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jim.